Hello, 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 hello. Just waiting for people to come in. Oh wait, what? What just? Interface so bad, like actually horrible. The link is private. What? What the fuck? What? The fuck is going on? It's private. Ugh. Um. Okay. Oh my god. This is dumb. So dumb. Hello? Can you guys hear me now? We're just working through all these problems one at a time. Yes, okay. I'm hoping that God, YouTube is so broken. Right, there's supposed to be from my quick googling a go live button when you schedule a stream. And there was no such thing that I could find anywhere. So we've hopped onto a different streaming thing, and I really thank God I don't do this too often, right? Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. It's very exciting. So we'll give us a little bit of time to catch up. Volume up, please. Okay. That might just be me in my quiet voice. Hello. That's just the gain. You're a bit quiet. Well, it is 7:15 at the moment, so I'm trying not to speak too loudly. Such a throwback. Oh my god. Yes, Twitch is always there. I suppose YouTube was the thing to do this on. It's just made it easier, and it has been a long time. There is a lot to discuss. So hopefully people can hear me. Even though like my face is right in front of the fucking mic. Alright, so what was it? Friday morning? There was that Nintendo Direct. Actually, I should probably record this first. I'm gonna start recording audio so that I can chuck it all in a video later. Hi Kevin, thanks for liking my gameplay. There's no yeah, so what was I saying? Friday morning for me. There was a Nintendo Direct, and because it was during the time when I go to work, I didn't bother to try to watch it. And now there is very much something to discuss about Bayonetta 3. It exists, there's a video. I have unfortunately seen some screenshots and stuff, and I've seen her new design, but I haven't actually seen the full trailer yet. So this is going to be me watching the trailer all live. And there seems to be a lot of dissent among fans of the series. More so than Bayonetta 2 from the sounds of it. So I'm gonna hold my judgment until I actually watch this thing. and we'll have a big chat about it afterwards. And I'll have a big chat about it afterwards over the final retrospective video, because we did say way back when I recorded the last one, I think Seth said it, we should save this last one for whenever we have more Bayo 3 information. So, I'm going to get started. Oh, I don't need audio anyway, apparently. So from my understanding, there was some astral change, unfortunately.
HQ 接敵した距離50対象は北東に向かって移動中遅れ
こちら本部了解した作戦を開始せよ
了解打撃用意撃て対戦車砲用意撃て
Okay. Suppose I'm just gonna figure this shit out as we go. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. This is just a fucking mess. I am so sorry. Okay. Oh my god. So, that should be better. Kind of annoying because I don't get the audio through here, but... ugh. So yeah, I don't know nothing about Astral Chain. Didn't really excite me from the looks of it, so meh. I really hope I'm not missing too much on the audio, because as I said, I can't hear any of it, which is really silly from how OBS is forcing me to do this. This was most definitely an Astral Chain reference, I believe. And did Witch Time just get sparkly? Witch Time got super sparkly and... oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to listen to this again with audio so I can comment on her voice acting, because I believe there was some comments on that. Okay, I'm missing a lot here. We're not getting some audio, but it's cool. I can get a lot from visuals. This looks really silly. I know it's meant to be kind of like the DMC kind of style rather than what they did in the previous game. But the Wicked Weave colors are like extremely bright. I'm not sure how I feel about this one becoming the new favourite. Can't even remember his name anymore. Maybe the Japanese just can't get past the Godzilla reference. Alright. The interface is a lot cleaner. I'm curious whether that's actually going to be in the final version. And at least we have a date now, so thank fuck. Is that gonna just keep looping? Stop it. Alright. A lot to digest there. Let me just pull that up again in the actual video so I can actually listen to it. Don't understand why it's so shit. Make things a bit smaller for me. Whatever. This is the most horrifically awful stream ever. Just deal with it, guys. I'm watching it. Do I get audio this time? Yo, where is the sound? Oh my god. This is actually horrific. I have to apologize for how bad this is going. Why was it routing the audio through my fucking microphone? Okay, actually, the microphone might have been why things are screwed up. So, give me a bit. We're watching it again, and hopefully it'll be a whole lot less broken. Play now. You know audio? Think? Man, I am not built for live stream. Damn it. This is so broken. I'm sorry. Sorry. Right, I'm just gonna watch on the side. Get to listen to my ridiculous reacts. I'm so sorry this is so bad. I don't normally like
HQ 接敵した距離50対象は北東に向かって移動中遅れ
こちら本部了解した作戦を開始せよ
了解打撃用意撃て対戦車砲用意撃て
Luckily I'm not gonna save this video.
HQ 対象は見て効果は見られない理解し効果は見られない
That is a reference to this character, I'm assuming. That's the only reason why it's P.
Bad boy. It seems I'm unfashionably late. But I'm ready to give you everything you want.
Oh, they kept in charge shot, I see. So I was thinking about this before. What relevance does that initial teaser have to this? You remember the teaser where it was like, you know, Bayo won, but then she got killed. Like, what happened to that? The footage and everything does seem to be implying some sort of like time shit happening, probably. And then there's this person who could be anyone really. But there's like a Cheshire plush on the sword, so I'm gonna say that's Bayonetta, actually. Yeah. I need to have something. Do you guys want something in the background while I'm talking over this, or we'll just have a chat? It's just you and me. Get nice and close. I will say I'm not huge on this design, but I can kind of understand what it's going for. So obviously the hair and everything is a reference to baby Cereza, which you could guess then that this is meant to be like a teenage or just, you know, fresh out of high school Bayonetta, which, yeah, sure. There's a lot of hair in that design and not like the usual hair, if you know what I mean. Like the back bows being made out of hair, and everything being plaited just looks like a freaking nightmare. Illustration wise, she looks great. I believe this is another one that Mari Shimazaki designed, and it reminds me of another character that she designed recently for, I think, No More Heroes 3. It's giving me a lot of that vibe. I think she also designed Kimmy Howell. She designed Kimmy Howell in No More Heroes 3, and it gives me a very similar feel. Yeah. Just everything about her reads young. Even the glasses are a little bit, they're reminiscent of young Cereza. So it's obviously, to me, young Cereza. And there's been a lot of information floating around that this is probably not the Bayonetta that we know from the last two games. It might be an alternate timeline one because of a lot of little differences that people have noticed, like her shadow, and I was wondering whether her mole was there or not, but yeah, I don't know. So there might be some new timeline Cereza where, you know, she never gets sealed away or whatever, and this is a completely new thing. I might need to actually keep this on the background because, yeah, I need to digest this shit. Let's just skip over this. Annoying, man. Like nearly half the trailer, and they wasted it with like a, haha, this might not be Bayonetta. Yeah, the design is extremely busy. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I feel like it's very intentional with just how young she sounds and how young she looks. Kind of just maybe overcompensating maybe for the not glam she used to be able to get. Lower the volume. Sure, buddies. Alright. I'm not sure how I feel about this, what appears to be, I don't know what you call it, Umbran Climax, but modified one version. Kind of like, what is it in DMC? You know, where Nero used to actually got the devil hand and shit. It's kind of like that. Not sure how I feel about the look of that. It looks really out of place, honestly. The skirt it's definitely a very different design. Like, I guess after the first and second game, they could do whatever the heck they wanted, like design wise. So this is what they've done. Yeah, it seems to have a lot of emphasis on these infernal summons here, which feels like they're probably going to go for more of a Bayonetta 2 direction rather than Bayonetta 1, which is disappointing, but you know, it's hard to say from some early gameplay footage. But yeah, I don't know who this director is. I'm assuming he's just some guy they're giving a chance at Platinum Games. But you know, if he's new to it, then you know, we'll see what he can do. And yeah, end of trailer guy. Don't know who he is. I'm not sure I really like the design of these guns either. They're really, really disgusting to me. Like, I will say one thing about Bayonetta's 1 and 2. Like, well, Bayonetta 2, obviously coming from a classic look and then trying to make a spin on it. She still looked good and her guns looked good and everything. This to me is extremely, it's an extremely controversial design. And I think in some of this gameplay footage I'm seeing like some, oh, and you're also not, you don't appear to be fighting demons anymore, or angels rather. But yeah, the gun design I do not like at all. Love is Blue is actually a very good looking design, but I guess that's because they intentionally said, let's make it look like Scarborough Fair, but not Scarborough Fair. So I didn't really see too much of Scalebound, but if they're, I guess, reusing some of that from Scalebound, then yeah, sure. Becoming more of just a dragon fight rather than a Bayonetta game, which is a choice. Yeah, the D-pad appears to be switching out different kinds of infernal summons. Yeah, looks like they're adding a completely new mechanic here. And yeah, the triple barrel gun thing looks really dumb. Like, I really, I don't like it at all, actually. And I think it's called Color My World, so it feels very reminiscent of Love is Blue. Purple, I guess, was expected. And yeah, who is this bloke? I don't know. He looks more like a dude rather than any character we already know. Or it could be Loki. Maybe they'll tie back Loki in because Loki had white hair. Each of the barrels has a sight, which makes it even worse. Look, I guess these guns were never meant to be practical, but the 3-barrel thing, I really can't get over how dumb it is. And yes, I know there are real life guns which have more than 1 or 2 barrels, and they were also dumb looking. And they're called duck feet. It still looks dumb. And I'm not huge on I suppose, the ivory grip and all the little sort of intricate detail you see on this design. It's kind of like those little designs you would draw in your notebook when you were in high school, like that sort of level of like intricacy, and it's like a little bit just too much. Like, it feels like for her design they went, okay, but add a little bit more and add a little bit more until it's too much, and then that's what it is. Gameplay wise, you really can't tell. They showed in the middle of this, like, it looks like the core gameplay is still there. You're never gonna get an idea of whether like, you know, mechanics wise it's gonna be okay. Obviously the big draw of this trailer is all the demon stuff. So I imagine that's gonna be a big part of it, and it's gonna probably end up like Umbra Climax. But hopefully the new director will balance it out properly. But yeah, just like these butterfly motifs on her grips and the flowers everywhere, and just so much detail, which not loving it, admittedly. Yeah, the design is too busy, basically. I think she looks cute though, honestly. Like, if you just take her face and her hair, I like that a lot. But the actual design, hopefully, or not, maybe not at this stage, honestly, is too busy for my liking. And yeah, I don't know what this is. Like, it looks like she actually turned into a butterfly of some sort and not a specific, like, you know, contract demon. I just have to say I don't. Yeah, I've already said it. I don't love the back bow made out of hair. It looks really silly. But if this is going to be the new user interface, it's not terrible. Like, it's a more sleek version, and I like the little clock hand that's coming from the combo points now. Yeah, like, it's a teaser. It's too early to really say what's going on here. But it looks like it'll be the usual, like, stuff that we're expecting from Bayonetta. It's a vague 2022 release date, so it could be a year out from now. Enough time for changes. Yeah, I am hoping that even though they were probably pushed into putting that first teaser out, that it somehow ties into the story of this. Because they've now introduced two different kinds of guns, which is the new ones that we see in this trailer and the Scarpa Fair light that we saw in the first teaser. Lacks a bit of personality. I mean, yeah, it does. They definitely had a very well established look from the first two games, so it kind of feels like they're trying very, very hard to just be a completely different story. I don't know whether the look at the moment, that her new look, is really Lolita for me. It's Lolita is like a very clean Victorian-esque sort of look, and it's just kind of its own thing, to be honest. So yeah, that's the trailer. Yeah, all you can really talk about is the look, and yeah, probably that it looks like we're fighting different kinds of enemies, which is great actually. Like, I was wondering whether they would continue milking the angel slash demon train for enemy design, so it's good that they're, you know, branching out into something different. Like, I suppose if they decided to stick with it, they would have just limited themselves to just that, and this allows them to sort of play with what seemingly looks like more kaiju-like designs here. No more Hashimoto angel designs. That is also true, because Hashimoto used to do all the angel designs, so that may be the reason why things look so weird. It's just so much little detail shit, which is great for me in my shop, I suppose, but sounds like a fucking nightmare to cosplay. And I don't. This is gonna sound really dumb. I don't like her makeup. I think her pink lippy is like a little bit too girlish for her. Bayonetta has always been either a mum or just like, you know, some like older lady essentially, and this is like very much not older lady stuff. Like, everything here speaks, I am a young girl and this is what I'm gonna do, and it's different. That's all I'm saying. It's just different. That lipstick is not her color. Well, yeah, that's what I think personally. And all this sort of filigree design. Yeah. choices. Look, I'm excited that we actually got something finally, because it has been a very long time since we saw anything, and it became a bit of a meme every single time there was a direct that we'd all be clowns because there wouldn't be anything and people would be hoping for it. And I'm glad to see we finally got something, because I'm assuming the community is just analyzing the shit out of this video right now. Like, I think in terms of what most people play Bayonetta for, which is, these sort of action scenes which are like really heart pumping and stuff, definitely still hits that. So that's great. Plot wise, we obviously don't know anything yet, really. But we only have a year to wait. Up to a year, potentially? End of next year, maybe? Alright. I'm gonna stop this and start talking over this baby. And I need to sync this so I know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, sync. Alright, so I just watched the Bayonetta 3 trailer. And I'm gonna share some thoughts on it. Or at least try and find something to talk about. Hopefully everyone can hear this. It has been an awfully long time to get to the end of this series, by the way. And if it's loud, alright. Turn that down a little bit. Audio has always been my worst part of like doing this, so I'm really sorry. Thanks for coming by, Diego. So yeah, that was a trailer. There's a lot to talk about. Watch Bayonetta 3 have Boulder again. Yeah. Maybe the end character is a Boulder. Maybe take any of the white-haired characters in this game and we could possibly have who it be. I just don't think it's Jean. I do forget how short, relatively speaking, Bayonetta 2 was comparatively. Is someone saying that Loki and Bayonetta had a baby? Because that's really weird. Yeah, so let's talk about the main thing, her design. I'm not huge on her design. I like the callback to young Cereza. It's cute. I think it's cute. And it works okay, but the rest of the details around her, which is the outfit itself, is not really my jam. It's been, like I said, years since I've done this. I recorded this video back in, I think, 2017. Yeah, I'm just gonna just talk about everything crazily because that's how it is. No, apparently I did this recording back in 2019, but either way, it's been a while. It's really, personally speaking, I have not touched Bayonetta stuff for a long time now. Just been kind of focused on my own life stuff and my Etsy shop. That's about as much Bayo as I get each week. Um, too much stuff to talk about, but I kind of forget how epic this end part of Bayonetta 1 was. And I think about what Bayonetta 2 did, and it wasn't as good, personally. Like, they had a callback to this because they... Did they use this song when we were chasing for Loki in Bayonetta 2? They might have. Either way, it didn't feel as good. And then, like, the plane bit at the end of Bayonetta 2 just didn't have that same hype that we're getting here. Like, this game just stands so well by itself as, you know, a beginning to end story with hype and everything, and it just works. Yeah, Bayonetta 2 could have been a lot better. I think it felt that Hashimoto thought that he had to really not rock the boat too much with it. Hence why there's a lot of lot of those callbacks. And it didn't seem to want to be its own thing. I know they tried very hard to make Bayonetta unique in Bayonetta 2. And she was very different, but as far as the game went, it didn't have its own personality, I felt. Even though they introduced, you know, Umbran Climax and all that, and all those different changes, as a game as a whole didn't really feel like it was its own thing. It was very much a sequel to Bayonetta 1, so to speak. So, in that regard, Bayonetta 3 looking like it's so different is exciting. Because I don't know what to expect now. Like, I feel like it kind of just feels like Bayonetta 1 was its own thing. Bayonetta 2 was everything Bayonetta 1 couldn't do, because it kind of was. There's like all these features and little story bits and whatever that they couldn't fit into Bayonetta 1 because of either they couldn't fit it in or because it had to get moved into the sequel that got canned originally. Bayonetta 3 looks like it just is its own thing, with a lot of obviously in-jokes to other Platinum Games titles and all the maybe other Clover stuff. Maybe they kind of got rid of the whole Clover references in Bayonetta 2. So, you know, there's a lot of theories about what Bayonetta 3 could be, and personally for me, based on the hair, it's all about the hair really for Bayonetta. It's going to be related to young Cereza in some way, whether it's the Cereza that we put back to bed in this game, or whether it's just some completely other timeline Bayonetta. Not sure, but it's exciting. I think you only get Clover references when Kamiya is directing a game. Yeah, when is Kamiya's next game? Or has he been moved so far up the chain he can't do a game anymore? So yeah, her design, bit too much detail for my liking. Like, Bayonetta's details have always been super, like, detailed, which makes them a nightmare for cosplayers. But this one just seems to just amp it up to the next level. Because, like, all the filigree everywhere and all the design, the details on the guns and, like, the little charms on her dress and the cutouts on her legs. It's just Bayonetta design amped up to the next level. Project GG. I totally forgot about that. It kind of makes me sad that it seemingly never get a Bayonetta game that's directed by Kamiya again. Because the dude is a good game director. I don't. I mentioned before recording this video, I don't like her new guns because they look dumb as hell. The triple barrel thing looks really silly. And the general shape of them while reminiscent of, um, Scarborough Fair and Love Is Blue, is different enough that I don't like it, which is probably a good thing. Like, you want things to be different for the sake of being, not to just try and be different from the old stuff. But it just looks really silly. The guns, and like the what looks like a sticker that you would put onto your notebook on the grips just looks extra not my thing. uh Looks wise, honestly, and they achieved it with the last two games. Like Love is Blue and Scarborough Fair are both very nice looking guns. Like, I always think of that quote in the art book for the first game. This is a gun that looks sexy in a woman's hand. They both do that. I don't think that happens with the new gun. I think it's called Color My World. Um, I don't think it looks sexy. Like, the charms look super weird. Am I too nostalgic? Yeah, probably. Most definitely nostalgic. I'm open to the new stuff, but it's like, Bayonetta is like a certain set of things that you expect to see. Like, she's got to have hair, she's got to be a little bit sexy, she's got to have guns, and as a design, I guess as a design document, like, you have to to be a Bayonetta character, you have to hit those things, and the glasses too. You have to have glasses. So once you start playing around with all that a little bit too much, it starts to feel like, is this actually Bayonetta? Hmm. So yeah, Alice, you're right. It looks like they've gone for more of a cutesy feel rather than sexy in this game. Like, let's be real here. Bayonetta 2 was real extra. It was extra MILF energy there. Extremely sad I didn't get to see Jean at all in that trailer, which means that probably she's not going to appear. She's probably just going to appear in cutscenes again. So yeah, we've gone from, I don't know, but the design for Bayonetta 1 was just basically, what's the sexiest thing we can get away with without actually like making a porn game, essentially. Um, and Bayonetta 2 was like super stylish. Really liked that a lot, looks wise. Uh, Bayonetta 3, let's make it a kid, essentially. Like, if you were like someone who was super into fashion as a child, like, that's basically the energy I'm getting from that Bayonetta. There's a blog post. Oh, so more content I'm gonna see. All right. Um, so it's good to see that we'll get Jean in some way at least. And it's true, they didn't get a chance to show off any weapons in that trailer, which would have been cool to see. It was very much a focus on that uh, infernal summon stuff. How do we feel about the new voice? I'm going to need to listen to this a little bit more when I'm not trying to juggle a million different things at the same time, and I'll get back to you on that. Um, Definitely getting the urge to play Bayo again. Like, it's been years since I've played it, and whenever I stream, I inevitably end up doing it. But it's not going to happen today because it's too early. Um, but it's quite evident they've tried very hard to signal her as quite young. Demon Slave and Demon Masquerade. Okay. So the two new techniques we've seen are called Demon Slave, the big summons, and Demon Masquerade, the merging with demons. Yeah, it looks like it's a rebalancing, hopefully, of Unrun Climax. Like I said, I'm not huge on how it looks because the colors they've chosen just are like extremely bright. And controlling the enemies thing, we'll see. If Bayonetta 3 ends up just being scale bound but with a Bayonetta skin, I guess it shouldn't be too bad. Yes. There's some theory floating around that this is probably going to be the last in the Bayonetta series, and I'm getting to a point now where I think, yeah, how many games can you really make about Bayonetta anyway? Someone have the link of the blog post? I think I mentioned it before I recorded this video, but Bayonetta's new design gives me very strong Kimi Howell energy. Kimi Howell in No More Heroes 3, which Mari Shimazaki, who does return for Bayonetta 3, also made the design for. So I guess Mari's designs are becoming very distinctive, I guess is the whole idea. Just down to all the little charms and shit. You linked it. Did the links come through? Man, I can't find it. Let me try and find this Bayonetta 3 post. A message from Bayonetta 3 Executive Director. Is that the one? I'm assuming it's this one. Okay. Will I probably do more streams videos as we get more trailers and gameplay? I think that's a given at this point. Like, people kind of expect me to do this stuff, so yeah, I will follow through with that no matter how late or bad quality that you get. You will get something. Alright. This is a message from Bayonetta 3 Executive Director Hideki Kamiya, and if you just Google Bayonetta 3 post, it'll be the first result, I believe. Sorry to cut your wedding. It's been about 4 years since the announcement back in 2017. We really, really kept you waiting. In those 4 years, I'm sure people had a lot of concerns like, what's happening with Bayonetta 3? And are they still really working on it? And when are we going to get some news? But just as much as everyone wants to see Bayonetta 3 as soon as possible, all of us working on it have been burning to show it off just as badly, and without being able to hear any cheers from fans, we've buckled down and kept working for 4 years. Now we've finally been able to show the fruits of our labours, and the team can finally breathe a sigh of relief, and we'll be able to concentrate even harder on our work. It's been a long 4 years for us too. The impressions of everyone who saw the announcement will definitely energise us. There are still lots of secrets about Bayonetta 3, but for now, we'd like to get everyone to let your imaginations run wild for this trailer and get excited. That should have been the trailer they released initially, personally. With Bayonetta 3, I'm still overseeing the world and story, but in order to breathe some new life into the game, I've chosen Yusuke Miyata, a long-time and trusted co-worker, although he can be a bit of a goofball as a director. We've also the talents of directors Yuji Shimomura and Masaki Suzumura, helping us bring unprecedented amounts of smiles, years, I'm assuming that's going to be tears, drama, humour, and sexiness to the movie scenes. Is that a different director to the ones we had previously? And of course, Bayonetta's look has been handled by someone you might call her personal designer, Mari Shimazaki. This time, Bayonetta dances into the fray looking more fashionable and elegant than ever. So everyone, there's no need to worry, Bayonetta 3 is real, and the day when you'll be able to hold it in your hands and play it is definitely coming. Rest easy and look forward to more info to come, because no matter how great your expectations may be, we promise we'll deliver an experience that exceeds all of them. And there's also a message from Yusuke Miyata. So while I'm not reading blog posts, I will say whenever we get a release date, I'm going to book annual leave so I can play it and stream it live. So don't you freaking worry about this. Got it all planned out. I just haven't booked it yet because I don't know what dates to do. So this is the message from Bayo 3 director Yusuke Miyata. Hello, this is Yusuke Miyata, director of Bayonetta 3. We've kept you waiting for a very long time, but I'm very happy that we've finally been able to bring you a new trailer. This is my first time working on the Bayonetta series, just like all of you, I'm a big fan and played the previous games non-stop. After being tapped to direct, I of course not only played through the previous games again, but also read every Bayonetta related book there is cover to cover before getting into deep discussions with Kamiya-san about every aspect of the game from systems to settings before getting to work. Man, that sounds amazing, honestly. One of the biggest draws of Bayonetta games is the mysterious and alluring character of Bayonetta herself, as well as that of the entourage of unique characters that surrounds her. I've worked on the development of several character games, and I use that experience to the fullest to bring out the charms of Bayonetta and the gang. Oh boy. Gang. That's a big word. Is that we're gonna get Luca again as well? I wouldn't be sorry to see the back of Luca in these games, to be honest. I'm also being extremely discerning about the action which is essential to the Bayonetta series. Kamiya-san has almost literally talked my ear off about action connected directly to the brain. Basically, that's the type of satisfying action gameplay that comes from being able to control the character exactly how you want. And the genes of that action have been properly passed down to this game too. From the position of both developer and fan, we're all working on Bayonetta 3, keeping these two bewitching aspects of the series in mind with the goal of surpassing all expectations. That sounds nice. So what did you all think of the new trailer? We sprinkled a lot of new elements throughout the frenetic pacing. I'd like to talk a little bit about one of those, a new featured mechanic that lets you control infernal demons called Demon Slave. Unlike the climax summons of the previous games that automatically defeated enemies and returned to Inferno, this mechanic lets players control demons during gameplay and unleash a host of intuitive actions. Each demon's abilities vary, and the kinds of abilities that are advantageous in certain situations can change at any time. Just how many are there? What else can you do? Well, there's a lot more I'd like to tell you, but I have to stop here for now. However, there's a lot of info hidden in the trailer that I didn't go into here, so please consider watching it again until the next announcement. We're in the home stretch of development right now, working on making the core of this game even more fun and test playing non-stop. As the culmination of this series loved by all of you, we're giving our all to make it a masterpiece worth the name of Bayonetta, so please wait and anticipate just a bit longer. That honestly sounds very promising, and it's basically a fan-made game, which means it can go any way, really. Like, you could be a fan of Bayonetta 2 and make a game based off of that, right? You could be a fan of Bayonetta 1 and make a game based off of that experience. So I'm only saying this because there are very few people who like both games equally for the same reasons. So yeah, it sounds promising, and I'm looking forward to the next 12 months-ish, maybe 12 to 15 months. Just in sort of seeing how any other trailers that we may get, or a demo. My god, a demo would be amazing right now. Yeah, there's a lot riding on this, and there's a lot of hopes from a lot of people that maybe it combines the best parts of 1 and 2, or maybe its own little thing. Thanks for swinging by, Karak, so it's good to have you. It's good to see you again. And Kamiya seems to be happy with it. So, I mean, Kamiya was also happy with Bayonetta 2 as well, so it's really hard to gauge. Very interesting thing I want to point out is Kamiya said in the Platinum stream for Wonderful 101 is that they watch combo videos online to get some ideas of how they flesh their games out. Really? That's really good to know, actually. Which I guess should encourage everyone to put more combo videos out. Go watch Set's last video. Um, I think yeah, after however many years of waiting, it's been good to get something. Um, and uh, there's enough information out at the moment that's like, oh, okay, this looks like it will be okay. So, and it's still way too early to really know. Really, you can't look at it and say, oh, this is something I'm going to hate, even though the look is very controversial. Hopefully they notice everyone having to use the climax gauge for Bayo 2 combo videos. Yeah. I mean, you know, the worry that I have is that it's very easy to make, I guess, these character action combo videos look flashy. Like, Bayonetta 2 is a testament to that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the feel of making those things is going to be good. Honestly makes the game feel further off for me because now it feels like a real game and not just an idea. I mean, that is very true. Like, good and bad in that we now actually have something concrete to theorize on rather than, oh, what do you guys think Bayonetta 3 should have? I do really hope they get a new dance video. That was a massive misstep in Bayonetta 2. I really hope they realize that. From the trailer, you can tell they overhauled torture attacks, most likely in response on how Climax made them so not worth it in Bayo 2. Hopefully, yes, hopefully, fingers crossed. Like, it really does make me wonder what happened with Bayonetta 2 because it was some really obvious stuff that was like, this is not balanced at all. Who let this through? Yeah, fingers crossed. It does look like magic orbs will be different. So Abe says, I don't see any magic orbs under the health bar. Do you think magic will be different in Bayo 3? There appeared to just be a bar in the bottom left corner now, rather than magic orbs. So it maybe that magic becomes just magic and summons become its own thing. Sorry, become a combined thing and it just shares the same bar? Maybe? From the summoning dance in the trailer, it is clear that they recruited dancers, so a dance video should be a thing to happen. Well, we'll see about that, right? There's no guarantee about it. Maybe we should just, like, at the director and say, hey, this needs a dance video, please? See, I used to trust in Platinum Games too to make a good game, but they haven't really shown their strengths in the last 2-3 years. Not personally, anyway. Like I said, I didn't play Astral Chain. I don't know how good or bad it was. I like that they did away with item shortcuts on the D-pad for pure plat runs. That D-pad just ends up being completely unused. It does appear to be a long-term thing though, so I do wonder what they're going to do with item usage in general. Overall, I think it's a promising trailer. I'm glad that it exists, mostly. It's been way too long. I do wonder what Miyata? Do we call him Miyata? Is that his name? Yeah. I do wonder what Miyata thinks is the gang, so to speak. And whether it includes Luke or not. Or whether it also includes Loki. Does Loki get to come back? I'm still waiting for them to reveal Jean's new look, which is just a poncho of hair, like all around. We need another little one. No, we do not. We do not need another little one. I hope they dispense with that tradition completely. Like, I think it will be really exciting, actually, if they stop feeling like they need to force all these beats that the previous two Bayonetta games had, like the little one thing, and like the unnecessarily put into gimmick levels. Like, maybe they can get rid of all that and just have core gameplay all the time. Wouldn't that be great? One thing I would really like to see, though, but assuming that they have like playable characters, you know, you can change characters and stuff, is to have unique voice acting for all of them. Like, I know that's asking a lot, but it would be really good to see like Jean voice acting in game. Like, you had to think about how different gaming is now from when Bayonetta was first released. It's like over 10 years now. Gaming has kind of changed. Like, surely our attention spans are not that silly. It's about subverting expectations now. Oh my god, training mode? Please put a training mode in. Surely if Miyata is a huge fan, he's gonna be putting a training mode in. And this is where I feel really, like, bad, because there's lots of filigree design on this outfit here. Going back to the video, guys, going, gosh. There's also, like, fine detail on that outfit, but it's not, like, over the top like the new design is. It's not necessarily about game mechanics, but what kind of games gamers expect to be playing. Like, it does kind of change a little bit, I feel. You know, as someone who is a very, very casual gamer. Oh yeah, the extra detail is obviously very intentional. It's just I'm not a huge fan of it. I just looked at that design and think, fuck, I've got my work cut out for me if I were to put this all on my store. Also, isn't the Switch sort of reaching end of its lifespan? Like, it's it's a pretty old console by now. We're looking at the new thing, right? We're going to be looking for the new Nintendo console. Like, I'll be honest, I am a little bit mad that I got a Switch like 4 years too early. Nintendo has said they want it to last 10 years. Good god. I'm assuming this sort of thing as well, the playing over the cut over the credits thing has got to stay there. I'm just surprised for Bayonetta 2 how the dance sequence never became like a core part of being being in the game. Like, why did it not include a dance sequence? It's kind of like I saw recently for the Switch, they've enabled Bluetooth headsets and shit. Apparently, it was just like some sort of firmware update, and it's like, oh, you've already had this planned into the console, and you've only just enabled it now. And I'm gonna have to listen to the trailer again a lot more to get a sense of some music potentially. I personally feel that with just how I guess the ownership of Bayonetta has turned out, you're never going to get it quite like Wonderful 101 where they can self-publish it, unfortunately. Bluetooth audio doesn't work all that well, to be honest. I'm assuming it's used more for... It's just for putting your headphones in, right? Essentially? Music was okay, slightly generic, but I think they're still doing the music. I do hope one thing comes back, and that's the... It probably will because they've started doing it in all their other games, is the progressive music that, you know, changes at certain key points in the fight. Like, that's good. They should keep doing that. What do you think about the environment in general? Like in Bayonetta 2, there were colours flying everywhere and everything was moving. It kind of fucked combat from time to time. From the trailer, it looks pretty good. They've definitely muted all the background a lot, and the thing that you're focusing on is super, super bright now, so there's like absolutely no question of what you're focusing on here. So they've gotten that right. And on the plus side, there's no piss filter either. Progressive, I don't know how you describe it, but you know how, say, in the Gamora fight in Bayonetta 2, how as you progressed up the building, it would change the music a little bit and it would become a little bit more epic and everything. I think that was one thing from Bayonetta 2 which I genuinely thought was really good. Trailer also shows off different hit reactions on monsters that they did in Bayonetta 2, which sounds like a good thing. Yeah, the Nier music was really good. Nier was very special though, like it wasn't a pure platinum game. Dynamic soundtrack, boom, there you go, thanks people. Yeah, that's obviously going to be a thing they keep in this because I've used it for a while now. And this pole dance sequence, they have to keep this too. Like, as you know, not very exciting as it is. Like, who actually looks at this and thinks, "Oh yeah, I'd like some of that." You have to have the end sequence pole dance sequence. Which time also seems to stop enemies instead of just slowing them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a couple more watches, but you know, I'm hoping that it's gonna be good. It sounds very promising. And yeah, let's see where it is in a year's time. And I hope everyone will be there when I stream my first ever playthrough and die a million times. Also, they need to remember to use the key, like the theme song, more than twice. They used Moon River all of twice in the second game. Yeah, you gotta use it more than that. When do you think you'll be free to upload, stream, or Bayo content? We've really missed you. Well, I don't know about Bayo content, honestly. Like, you know, this was the playthrough for the Wii U version, and technically speaking, if I really wanted to, there's a PC version and also a Switch version now, so I could do playthroughs of that. It's getting a bit old now, though. Like, this game is ancient. I don't know if I'm really gonna bother with it. Really, like, my desire to make videos of this sort is not really there anymore. I do like the live streaming stuff a lot more. The live streaming stuff is probably what I would do more often when I get a chance. Which hopefully, if things work out for me, I'll have more free time. Yeah. Set understands me. There's only so many times you can play Bayonetta before it gets a bit old. Admittedly, I could probably play more Bayo 2, but that just feels like forcing myself to do a bad thing. So these are the credits. Someone's asking what these credits are. These are credits that are specifically for the Switch and the Wii U version because of the porting they had to do. So yeah, in regards to more Bayonetta content, highly unlikely at this stage, apart from new stuff, like, you know, me playing Bayonetta 3, essentially. Like, I'm not gonna be pure platting Bayonetta again anytime soon. Done it so many times now, I really don't want to do it again. And streaming it gets a bit old, honestly. It's I've played this game for over 10 years, guys. Give me a break. Bayonetta 2, yeah, there's possibly areas that I could play there again and just, you know, but I have done, I think in the last 5 years, a playthrough where I just played it and shat all over it again. I think I'm beyond that now. I've definitely mellowed out in terms of my opinion about it. It's definitely still frustrating to play, but I definitely wouldn't be as hateful on it. Have I done a pure Platinum Angel Slayer? No, I can't be bothered. Yeah, the congrats screen here is really great, and it was really shit in Bayonetta 2. It's just like this gigantic high definition render of all the main characters, and then just all the enemies shoved into one screen. Ugh. Maybe try the Devil May Cry series. I'm not going to commit to anything at this stage. The only thing I'm going to commit to is playing Bay 3. Yeah, basically as I've gotten older, Bayonetta has been a part of the majority of my adult life. It's like really strange and nostalgic to me now. It's kind of just like it's almost like a part of my personality now, weirdly enough. Like, admittedly something that I hide from most people. I don't tell people that I'm a YouTuber and I play this one game really good. Recommending trying DMC1 since it was directed by Kamiya. Maybe. I think I've still got like a in progress playthrough of Wonderful 101 on the Wii U, which is a real shit to organize. Really, it's just a pain in the ass. Honestly, if you want to try a fresh PG experience, Astral Chain is really good. There's a lot of games I could be playing here. Let's be real. As I've said, my priorities have changed in the last 10 years, really. Like, I never was a huge gamer to begin with, and Bayonetta was the one that sort of really just made me play it over and over and over and over again. And lately games haven't really been doing that for me. So yeah, I'm only going to reserve the energy I have that plays games for games that I think are worth it. And that's just Bayonetta 3 at this stage. And that's what everyone wants me to play for anyway, so that just works out for everyone. Would I like to see in-game leaderboards return? Not really. I feel like they were unnecessary, and also people just hacked them anyway on the PC version. So I don't think they really meant anything. Would I revisit 101? I do really, really want to try. I tried for a long time to like Wonderful 101, and it's good, but it's like the good parts of it are overweighed by all the excessively bad parts of it for me. So like all the gimmick levels, which I just rage quit over essentially, weren't very fun. So I didn't like it. Let's see. Haven't been many fantastic games since Bayo. Anything developed by Quantic Dream is worth playing. Yeah, the gimmicks on Wonderful 101 just killed it for me. Like, I think I would die before I try to like pure plat or whatever the equivalent is that game. I used to consider Wonder Woman my favorite, but god, the minigames and gimmick levels are too hard to tolerate them all play. That's basically my opinion. Like the core gameplay of it, I really enjoy. Like, and you know, combining together different morphs and stuff, really enjoyable. But all that shit gets in the way of it. Personally, it just was Kamiya plus. What would you wish Jean to look like? Not like a hair monster, mainly. I didn't really like her look in Bayonetta 2. Just DMC5 is really great, a great intro. I did play the demo for that. It seemed alright. I mean, I'm not a DMC player, so you'd watch me play it and be really bad at it, but I guess it's something. And yeah, Wonderful 101 is a bit too long for its own good. Hell yes, it has like 3 different endings at some point. People asking me about the new Mario movie. I didn't actually watch the Nintendo Direct, so I have no idea about it. All I know is that they cast a bunch of famous actors as voice actors for it, and they're not necessarily good voice actors. So yeah, I don't have an opinion on it yet. If the Katana character at the end of 3's trailer turned out to be John's new design, I'd like it. Admittedly, yeah. Like, facial structure looked like a dude, but it could be John, and I'd be pretty happy with that, honestly. How about an afro? Star-Lord in the Lego movie. Look, yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening, but as far as I'm concerned, Bayo 3 looks alright. So one thing about the end character. Where are we? I can't pause this fucking thing. So the Cheshire on this katana looks a little bit different than Bayonetta's Cheshire. It's got different textures on it. So what it looks like Cheshire, like, and we know that Jean has a Cheshire that's not shit, essentially. It's probably some alternate timeline person, most likely. I think the figure at the end is Loki, but older. What if it was a scale 1 protagonist Drew? Could be anyone. They love a white-haired character, don't they? It's smaller and has a pattern on the dress. Yeah, so I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't think it's Jean though. Is this an AU where Jean's a guy or something? Maybe? Feels like they'd be stepping backwards with that, but sure. Punished Bayo and Venom Bayo? Maybe. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I'll probably post some more as I give the trailer a bit more of a watch. But overall impressions are pretty good. It sounds like they're willing to, or at least based on the director's post, they're willing to listen to fans in some way. Like, not directly, but in some way at least. So that's all I'm happy about. Yeah. So this is the time when I would normally stop recording my audio and stream, but it's 8 in the morning and I've got shit to do. So thank you everyone for joining me. It's been really good. Been a long time since I've done one of these. It's nice to see a pretty decent turnout. I'm sorry for all the shit stream problems because I don't know what I'm doing. I'll thank you guys for your patience on that. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. I'll definitely be posting this video soon. And we'll see about more streamings and stuff. You guys know where to find me. If I'm streaming, you'll find me. And have a good day or night wherever you are. Thank you, everyone.